Hey, Chris Jenkins, credential member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, aka the man of the people, giving you today an update on the latest moves for free agency, signings, guys that have gotten released for the Carolina Panthers in no particular order. And something I've been doing this off season, I'm going to continue to do. I think it's pretty fun and interactive. Is tell me where you're from. Let's see. I think last time we had California, a lot of North Carolina, but I'm always interested and knowing where you're tuning in from and knowing how you're doing. It's Thursday. One more day and the week is out. But free agency so far has been a lot going on for the Carolina Panthers. And again, I just wanted to make sure I got you all up to date. Do me a big favor, independent media, biggest free dice thing you can do for me is to hit that like button. Helps other Carolina Panther fans find out about us and helps us continue to grow and get players and coaches and all that good stuff going on. So let's go ahead and talk about it. And also, I'm going to just throw this out there. What free agency move have you liked the most so far? So let's go ahead and get into it. Free agency moves with the Carolina Panthers. Let's start off with, and this is in no particular order right here. This is just what I'm able to type up. And I'm going to have to move myself around on the screen a little bit so you guys can see the text. But nevertheless, all right, so offensive guard Robert Hunt. Let me just do this here. That's better. All right, so offensive guard Robert Hunt signed a 5-year, $100 million contract that includes $26.5 million in a signing bonus. He comes to the Carolina Panthers from the Miami Dolphins, in which he was there for about 3 years. And as far as the metrics on this guy, a pretty big guy, huge guy at 6'6", 330 pounds. And yeah, he's now on the Carolina Panthers team after signing that big contract. Very, very excited to get to work and get here in Carolina, start protecting our big old franchise guy, Bryce Young. I keep trying to figure out where I want my little picture in picture. But nevertheless, let's keep going. All right, offensive guard Damian Lewis. He signed a 4-year, $53 million deal with $26 million guaranteed. Damian comes to us from the Seattle Seahawks. Again, he was in the same boat. I don't know, it's like 3 or 4 years that he had with the Seattle Seahawks. And he comes in as well at over 300 pounds, 6'2", 327 pounds. So what this now certainly gives us is some hog mollies up front, blocking for Bryce Young, creating some lines and some separation for, not separation, I'm sorry, some spacing for him to have some good passing lanes. All right, so a few notes. Sorry about that moment of pause there, but a few notes for you is Damian Lewis. So he comes to us from the Seattle Seahawks, and of note for him is now here's one thing about him. Damian Lewis, I like to, I love to get you ready for things on this channel. You can feel how you want to feel, but I like to personally just kind of let you know what you should expect. Damian Lewis led the league in penalties last year. He had 12 penalties. And so obviously whenever somebody changes to a new team, you understand that the coaching staff is aware of it and they feel like they could correct the problem. But just in case you see a few of those in preseason, just be aware that he had that problem leading the league in penalties. And certainly, you remember when we went to Seattle and had all those offsides, it was like, oh my goodness, will this team get it together? Things that could be detrimental. But other than those penalties for Damian Lewis, is that he plays really, really good against the run. And the run is something that Dave Canales certainly wants to have in his back pocket as his team grows and they've been able to get those opportunities to go into a playoff run. That's helpful. So that's the scoop on Damian. Also signed wide receiver Deontay Johnson. He was acquired from the Pittsburgh Steelers with a 2024 seventh round pick in exchange for cornerback Dante Jackson and a 2024 sixth round pick. All right, sorry for that delay. I had to drink some water. So let me zoom in just a little bit here on my camera. Actually, we'll just go and do this. We're actually going to take it to a full screen. So those are the first three that I want to go over. But I want to go ahead and talk about the wide receiver that we picked up from Pittsburgh and Deontay Johnson. How do you feel about Deontay Johnson? I'm going to give you all a second to let me know. Also, let me know where you're from if you care to do that. Got some people that have signed on, so I'm going to certainly give you some shout outs here in a second. So let me tell you a little bit about history on Deontay Johnson. He's one of those guys that people like to call a diva wide receiver, high maintenance wide receiver out of Pittsburgh. And his exit from Pittsburgh is something that the Steelers aren't, Steeler Nation isn't surprised that we're having. He's a guy that at one point, kind of early on in his career, had some problems catching the ball. A problem that has been rectified. He's also a guy that sometimes his play, his level of effort may have come into question. But the biggest reason that people in Steeler Nation knew that this guy may not be there too long was because of the fact that he wanted to pick who the quarterback was going to be up there in Pittsburgh. And the guy that he wants to be the quarterback is not right now looking to be the quarterback. And so Mike Tomlin's one of those guys that likes to keep his, have control of his locker room, which he does. He has, I forget now the number, but he certainly has the longest tenured coach of seasons where he's winning more games than he's losing. And you can't do that if you lose control of the locker room. So he gets rid of guys in Pittsburgh. It's no secret. If you're a wide receiver in Pittsburgh, high maintenance, don't have the Steel City mentality, you can go ahead and get out of here. So he was released from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Traded from the Pittsburgh Steelers. We now have him in Carolina. A guy with a lot of potential upside, a guy that was a Pro Bowler, a guy that you pair with Adam Thielen, who will he be here, will he not be here? I certainly hope that he does. Certainly gives you a tremendous improvement in that wide receiver room. So I want to give you some background information on Mr. Johnson. All right, let's go ahead and continue to work through this list. Again, in no particular order. Let me get myself off the screen so you can see a little bit better. Defensive tackle. So we went on the other side of the ball here. We got A'Shawn Robinson. He agreed to terms on a 3-year deal worth $22.5 million. So we started to replace a few of those pieces that were on the defensive side because we lost quite a bit. And then we have linebacker Josie Jewell, signed a 3-year deal worth $22.75 million. That includes a $7 million signing bonus, $10 million fully guaranteed. Not bad for Mr. Jewell. And we got some re-signings as well. Cornerback Troy Hill, he re-signed on a 1-year deal. Man, is it me or we got a lot of guys with similar names to Dante Jackson? First it was Deontay Johnson, and now we have cornerback Dane Jackson. Dane Jackson signed a 2-year deal worth up to $14.5 million. Long snapper J.J. Jansen re-signed on a 1-year deal. And yeah, that's the latest. So, what about exits? All right, so I'm going to look at my cheat sheets because I don't want to forget anybody. Bradley Bozeman, no longer here. Von Bell, no longer here. I think he signed with Cincinnati. I feel like maybe Ohio team. I could be totally wrong, but I know he's no longer with the Carolina Panthers. Von Bell. Hayden Hurst, who has a visit today, I believe, with the Chargers, no longer with the team. He's been officially released. And then signed with other people that we know of, according to my list earlier, was Frankie Louvu with the Commanders, Yetur Gross with San Francisco, and then Giovanni Ricci with the Browns. So again, the primary purpose of this video was just to get you up to date on the latest moves. I'm not going in depth into anything right now, but I really want to make sure I do a good job of keeping you all up to date with the latest moves. So now I'm going to go ahead and tackle a few of the questions that have come by in the comments. 704 Liquor House Talk Network says hit the like button. Yeah, what he said is appreciated and needed, so hit that like button. DJ Wonnum 2. All right. Do you know the contract details of DJ Wonnum? All right, give me a second here. It's like something always happens before I go live, or when I'm going live, to talk with you guys. So I didn't know that we had a move with DJ Wonnum, but as I looked this up, I will say this. So based on that title that I had there, the Panthers haven't signed any of these guys, unless this is some breaking news that you guys are telling me about. I didn't have that happening as a signing. All right, so what I wanted to let you all know was visits. You know, these teams, just like Hayden Hurst is out there visiting, and San Diego Chargers, et cetera, players, free agents are visiting places. Today for the Carolina Panthers, we have had the following players come in. Jadeveon Clowney, he is to visit, or probably at this point has visited, with the Carolina Panthers. I have no word of contract signing for any of these guys. We also have Chase Young, edge rusher, 49ers. He visiting the Carolina Panthers. And then DJ Wonnum, also visiting. Again, I do not have any official word of any of these guys being signed other than having visited. If you guys want to share some information that has otherwise, let me know. I'll verify it, or actually, I can have ways to officially verify if need be, but typically I can find so online pretty quickly before I have to pick up the phone and make sure that that's verified. So those are the 3 guys that they have been bringing in today to help, replace the Brian Burns that's left, to help replace the Yetur Gross-Matos that's left right now, only really leaving us with Marquise Haynes. So no contract details with him. Linwood Cole says Hunt was my wish list lineman. I was hoping we would get it. Fits our zone scheme, so we do have him. So congratulations to you, Linwood, on that signing. That's helping you out with your wish list. And let's see what else we got. Looks like we're building from the interior offense and the defense. Yeah, it starts up front on both sides of the ball. So we certainly have Derek Brown that's there. We've added some pieces, lost a lot of pieces behind that line, including edge rusher, Brian Burns. So not to exclude that we've also lost some pieces on the line. But I would agree, we're building. What's up, Chris? I like him a lot if he can just hold on to that rock. Yeah, so that comment would be about would be about Deontay, I believe is how you say his name. Let me try to get it right. Deontay Johnson is who that comment's going to be. Yeah, so Deontay is certainly a guy that I've already listed some things of concern, but he has a lot of upside. Being a Pro Bowler, right? He's already a Pro Bowler, and I think it was the 2nd season that he was a Pro Bowler. So far in his career, he has almost 400 receptions, 4,400 yards, 25 touchdowns. and he came into the league in 2019. So that's pretty good. Got some good speed. Not super burner, but 4.5 40 speed, and yeah, some potential there. He had one of his best games last year. I'm sorry, 2 years ago against the Panthers. Ironically, appreciate the comment there, Josh. All right, another comment. Did you see we picked up DJ Wonnum? All right, let me do one more search before I get off of here. I have not seen such a thing, but let me look again. Yeah, I'm just double checking what you all are saying since it's been more than one person that has said this to me. All right, so I am seeing some information that Wonnum has signed all right, so here we go. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. You guys did this the other day. So sometimes, as I'm getting together the show to go live, getting all my videos and pictures together, something happens. It happened the other day, and now it has happened again. Carolina Panthers are welcoming DJ Wonnum to the Carolina Panthers. He has signed a 2-year deal for $12.5 million. So again, that's a 2-year deal for $12.5 million. Congratulations, welcome Mr. D.J. Wonnum to the Carolina Panthers. So I need to get a sound effect here, but I need a breaking news. Breaking news. All right, so one last time. And again, thank you all very, very much for letting me know about that since I'm on air. DJ Wonnum has signed a 2-year, $12.5 million deal with the Carolina Panthers. So the blocks continue to be put in place up front. Obviously, we got a wide receiver and a backer on both sides of the ball, on each side of the ball, but mostly you can see the efforts being put up front. So there you have it. Thank you guys for letting me know continually so I can make sure I got that for you. Thomas Frisbee, hello. I'm loving what the team has done so far. They have actually tried fixing the line. Yes, absolutely. We are fixing the line. We are fixing the wide receivers. We're fixing things all around. So it'll be cool to see how this continues to work out. Good old Shaked. I like how the Panthers free agent has been going except for getting bad value for Burns. Bell signed with the Bengals. All right. Yeah, bad value for Burns. You guys have been good, but Shaked says that Hurst has signed with the Chargers. What's up, AJ Lindsay? What's up, Camden Bush? See if there's any other comments. What's good, Rodney? Good to see you. You guys again remind me in the comments that we got DJ. All right, let me see if I can give you all a few quick bits on DJ, and then we'll get out of here. All right, so Wonnum was with the Vikings, fourth round pick back in 2020, and last year, December 27th, he was placed on injured reserve after suffering a season-ending torn quadricep in Week 16. And in terms of size, this guy is 6'5", so pretty tall guy. 258 pounds, went to school down in South Carolina, so I'm sure he's happy to be back here on the East Coast. So there you go. That is the latest. That is the latest. I will continue to keep you guys up to date with the latest free agent signings. Again, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe. Also, your friend in the media. So, any questions that you all have, if I don't go through on the show, let me leave a comment. I'll come back to it, make sure I get those answers for you, and continue to report on everything. Chris Jenkins for Charlotte Vibe. I'll talk to you soon.